should be on our Facebook. But what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Wellness 360 Live. This is your co-host, James Zheng. It's an honor to have you on here today. To all of our live people, give us a wave or throw a five in the chats. And if you're watching this on replay, it's an honor to have you here. The reason why you're here today is because you probably heard that there's this buzz that's going on with this new product that has a lot of promise. Who here would love to anti-age, go back in time? Maybe you want to sleep better. Maybe you want to lose some more weight. Maybe you just want to look like Sherry Keye does as a grandma. Like, what? I can't believe that. So we're going to unpack this. And I have my really good friend, health coach, wellness pro, back for another time. We had Sherry not long ago. Who here was with us like a month ago with Sherry, by the way? Put a one in the comments if you were. But back by popular demand, because she has a way, and I hope you have notepad and pen open today, because she has a way of taking the complex, the scientific, the medical, but putting it in a very digestible way where it's so easy to implement in your day-to-day. And it works because she not just talks a good game, she lives it out as well too. So we got the one and only Sherry Keye with us. Sherry, how are you?
Hey, doing good, James. So good to see you.
Oh man, so good to see you as well too. Thanks for joining us. I know it's late on your side of the world, but it's an honor. And I know you know a lot about this cool thing about Renew. But for those of us that maybe didn't catch you before, or they're meeting you for the first time, I'd love for you to just share with us how you got introduced to this wellness space, your journey on the drops. I've even got some of your photos as well too, because it's still mind blowing to me
Okay,
that you weren't like this all the time. Do you mind sharing that a bit?
sure. I'd love to. Um, about 9 years ago, in my early 40s, just kind of realized that um, things were changing. My metabolism was changing, and my body was changing. So I was had slowly gained a little bit of weight. Just I'd never struggled with weight before, but I was picking up a couple of pounds each year, and just kind of got to a place in my life where I realized that really the health of my parents were one of the things that sort of drove me to step back and kind of reevaluate a little bit and realize that I could not just keep doing what I was doing, or I was going to end up with some of the situations that my parents had found themselves in with heart disease, diabetes. Both my parents have had some form of cancer. My dad, unfortunately, lost his life at the age of 56 to heart disease. And, when I was only 20 whenever he passed. And so 56 seemed really old. But the older you get, you realize 56 is actually pretty young. And so as I was, in my 40s and realizing that, I recognized that I needed to make some changes. I was uh, someone who was always considered a good eater, not a picky eater at all, but I had no idea about nutrition. I had never really been taught proper nutrition. Like I said, I was always someone who was a good eater, and I don't necessarily mean fast food. My family didn't grow up eating fast food. We had a big garden, we canned and all the things, but convenience, we recognize that life is super busy. And at the time, I had daughters that were middle school. They both played sports, busy life. I'm sure a lot of you guys can identify with that. And so convenience became just the way of life. And so that's where some of the weight gain I feel like was coming from. And so, oh, yes, there we go. So that first picture is me in at my heaviest. I'm 5'7". I weighed close to 200 pounds in that picture. And I had great energy. I was always very active, but had reached a point where I was just becoming very discouraged about the way that I looked. I was not at a place yet where I was struggling with hormones and those kind of things that I was aware of. For me, it was just the weight gain at that point. And so I made the decision. That's where it first starts, is the mindset. You have to make the decision, commit to the decision, commit to the lifestyle change. And was very fortunate to come across the company that actually makes the drops, along with over 100 other products that we offer through our company, and also a nutrition program that was created alongside of these products. And it was through the combination of those things, the drops, which we're going to talk a little bit about, I think, as well too, and then also the foods list that comes with them, and a few of the other products that transformed my, not only my health, but really my life. So that year of 2015, I implemented what I was told, followed the foods list, use the supplements, use the drops and some of the other supplements as recommended. And I was able to lose 50 pounds that year. And I was, like I said, I was in my early 40s, and that in those pictures there on the left and in the middle. The picture on the right was taken more recently. I'm going to be 51 this year. I have been able to maintain that 50-pound weight loss for 9 years, which I am super proud of, because a lot of people lose weight. It's not that uncommon for people to lose weight, but to have the ability to maintain the weight loss is just another level. And so it's been a matter of continuing to implement the healthy lifestyle, the foods list, and staying on these incredible supplements. I'm at a place now where I'm afraid not to take them because I feel so great. So why would I change anything? And so yeah, like I said, I'll be 51 this year, and feeling great, great energy. Decided last year to pursue running for the first time in my life. So I am now running half marathons. I have 2 coming up this later this year, and I feel great, super strong. Oh yeah, there I was completing my second half marathon. That one was at Disney. That's why I'm wearing a crazy costume. Feeling very confident. That was something else in the before and after picture from earlier, is I hated wearing shorts. Definitely would not put on a 2-piece bathing suit and ask somebody to take my picture. And so, just the confidence is another piece of it. Now at almost 51, I feel great, but I am very, very aware that my health is a priority. It feels good to be proud of the way you look, but I also want to be healthy and to feel good. And so that's the priority now.
Wow, wow. Put a 100 in the chat if you're inspired already. Like, just when I hear you talk, Sherry, like, because we know you now and you're this coach and you're this mentor and you're so healthy and vibrant, but it wasn't that long ago. It was completely different. So you're not just like, you went through the transformation, but like what you said, you've maintained it and you've helped as well too. You walk the talk, which is why I'm excited to have you on here. So congratulations on that. I
Thanks.
feel like I need to go run some miles right now or something too. So we talk about these drops, and we won't go super into them, but for anyone that's been living under a rock, what's the best way to describe what these drops are?
Yeah, so a lot of people call these drops skinny drops. Some people call them happy drops. They've got a couple of little fun names. But the drops were formulated, they were created, they're about 12 years old, so they're not a new product. I just mentioned I used them 9 years ago. But this product was created to balance hormones. That was its purpose. There was a lot of really great benefits that come from having balanced hormones. If we want to dig into some of that, James, I'm not sure how far you want to go with that, but improved sleep, balanced mood, just so many benefits there. But the side effect, there is a side effect of weight loss. I mean, who doesn't want weight loss as a side effect? So I'm going to pull a James. Put a 5 in the chat if you want weight loss as a side effect to something that you're taking. I mean, how incredible is that? And so these drops are just sweeping the nation. And it's because they are natural. They are proven. They have clinical trials that go with them that prove the fact that they do work. We're not just blowing smoke. And the ingredients are incredible. And because of that, and the foods list that comes along with it, which is the foods list that is still a foundation for me in my life. They work and they're amazing. So I took them initially to help me release that 50 pounds, but I didn't continue taking them. Some people really, it's up to the individual if they enjoy the benefits that they're getting. But once I reached my weight that I felt comfortable at and slid into more of a maintenance mode, I didn't continue taking the drops. I have continued taking a lot of the other products, but I went back to the drops when I was approaching the age of 50. And all of a sudden I realized, man, I'm having these hot flashes and these night sweats, and my hormones are kind of all over the place. Oh, yeah, the drops help with that. That's the primary thing that they're for. So I'm now back on the drops, but for a completely different reason, but still very, very effective in my life and what I need them for at this point.
Multifunctional. And
Yes,
guys, we have hormones too, by the way.
yes.
So it's important. And that's the magic of what we're talking about, which is hormone balance, right? You can try all the diets in the world, the exercise in the world, those are important. But if we're not balancing the reason why we're gaining weight or not gaining weight or not being healthy, then it's not going to get you the longevity that you're looking for. So for the drops they've been so powerful for that. And then we added in on the hormone balance side, another product called Renew, which has been around for a bit, but it just got relaunched. By the way, if you've already gotten the new one, put a 1 in the chat. If you haven't yet, put a 2 in the chat. Just curious. So talking about hormones and talking about this Renew, Sherry, like you've been using Renew for a bit. So can you describe what is Renew?
Yes. So I was around when Renew launched. I think it's been about 3 years, James. I
Yeah.
was trying to remember the initial launch and then some of the excitement that came with that product. Man, it was so much fun launching
Mm.
that product. It wasn't long after I remember that they brought out a sample pack as well. I don't think we have that quite yet with the new flavor, but I'm hoping we're getting to that too. But so exciting for a product that helps you not only look younger and look better, but you feel younger. And so, Renew is it's just incredible. I get so excited about it. So the pituitary gland, okay, does a lot of things.
Mm.
One of the things that it does, the first thing that it does is it releases a human growth hormone, okay? HGH is what we hear sometimes. HGH is known as our youth hormone. So take a minute and think about all the things that you loved in your youth, the things that in your teens, in your 20s, even into your 30s that you associate with youth. Okay. Great skin, sleeping well, good energy, mobility, vitality, good sexual function, all the things that happen when we're younger. And then when we get into our 30s, all these things here, helps with your hair, just so many benefits, bone density, your ability to fight off sickness. Again, all the things that we think about that are associated when we're younger. But what happens is as we begin to age, specifically in our 30s, that HGH, which is produced naturally in our body, all of a sudden starts to decline. Okay. And as we get older, and as I'm looking at this chart and I'm looking at where I'm at on this chart at 50, man, it kind of tanks out a little bit on us. Yeah. Pointing it out there. It kind of tanks out on us. And so, it's the reason why as we get to this age of 50, 60, 70, that all of a sudden, man, we're not sleeping as good. Our skin is starting to, look a little less vibrant. We are not able to keep up. We don't have the stamina that we did have. These things are all a part of the decline that happens with the HGH. And so, what's wonderful about Renew is there are a lot of people who actually get HGH injections, synthetic HGH. But we all know, or I hope that we do, that anything synthetic that we're putting into our body is not really considered a healthy lifestyle. Okay. That's something that we want to avoid. We want to put synthetic stuff into our body. So, what our company did was it took the opportunity to find a way for our own bodies to be able, because we have the ability, the capacity to do that. And there's a lot of science, there's a ton of science that goes behind it. And James may understand some of the science better than I do. I don't need to understand it to know that it's real.
Mm.
But there is a lot of science there. But it allows our body the opportunity to create more of its own natural HGH. So
Mm.
there's no synthetic. You're not putting this packet that you see here is not HGH. You're not putting HGH into your body. You're putting a formulated powder here, a product that causes your body to begin to create more of its own HGH.
That's the key distinction there, Sherry,
Yeah.
because so many people think, oh, like, is this HGH? It's not.
No.
And I love what you said. Like, who here would want to make sure you try the holistic, natural way first,
Yes.
rather than put extra? I don't know about you, Sherry, but when I think putting hormones in me, I get scared. I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't want to mess this up, right? So this is not added hormones. This is
Right.
boosting what you're supposed to do, you know?
Right.
So
Yes. So,
yes.
so this product helps us to improve our cell regeneration. It helps to boost our energy. It helps our skin look better. Our skin has better elasticity, improves sleep, reduces body fat. So we have all these benefits that come out of this increase in our HGH. And we're not making any medical claims. That's something that's very important and to be clear here. But we have seen this happen. I've experienced it myself. This is a product that I enjoy taking. Um, James, I'm sure you tasted it prior to the relaunch. Part of the reason for the relaunch was, as excited as we were about this product 3 years ago, it didn't taste good. It kind of had a really sharp taste to it. I'll be honest with you, though, I have the mindset of, I don't care what it tastes like if it helps my body. I still remember the very first time that I tried it. I made the mistake of dumping it into a bottle of water. Um, oh my goodness. And I made quite the face when I took it, and I thought, oh, this is terrible. And I had to suffer through the whole bottle. So since then, I realized that don't do a whole bottle of water. I actually do a very small amount of water whenever I take it, prior to the new flavor. Now, the new flavor is amazing, but prior to the new flavor, I did a really small amount. And I've heard that there are some people who are brave enough, they just dump it on their tongue and chug some water with it. I've never done that. But I will tell you that I have not gotten my new flavor yet, but
Mhm.
I tasted it last night. I was with some other folks who actually use our products as well at an event, and they had the new flavor, and we did a tasting together. And it's incredible. It tastes so good. So now there's no excuses. There's no excuses, because the flavor is amazing. So now we get the benefits of the product, and we get a great flavor as well too.
Oh my gosh. It's like this kiwi strawberry flavor. Today I was opening it
Yes.
up. And you know what I thought? I thought it tasted like, it smelled like pixie sticks.
Yeah.
Like, right? I was like, how is this healthy? But it is, right? So now it comes in this really cool packet. It's
Yeah.
really pretty. And when you put it in the jar, it's like this purple turning into pink. It's like this really cool effect that happens and
Mm-hmm.
everything. So to touch on one scientific point, right?
Okay.
Who here is, I know Sherry knows all this, but who here is the type that you also want to understand, like, how does it actually work? You know, all that type of stuff. One of the things, and there's actually some science on this, let me share this screen, is there's one enzyme called DPP4. All right, type that in the chat, DPP4. This is fascinating, Sherry. I know we all nerd out on this, but basically what happens is it's an enzyme that when you start to age, it starts to increase this enzyme in your body. And when that increases, it tells your body to shut down HGH production. So more DPP4, it's the bad guy. You don't want that. There's less HGH. So one of the formulations, one of the blends, there's 4 blends in this Renew, actually targets the DPP4, and it was shown to decrease DPP4 production by, get this, 99.5%. All right. Like, that's awesome. That means you're getting more HGH and everything. So there's a lot that goes into this, as you mentioned, Sherry, but that's just one really cool factor. So I'm curious, Sherry, for you, let's talk about marrying these two together. So we're talking about hormone balance. So we have these drops.
Mhm.
We have this Renew. I know a big benefit people are looking for is weight loss, but of course everything else matters too. But let's talk about weight loss specifically. Why are these a good combination? Like, what have you seen to happen?
Yeah, so in my opinion, obviously we've just talked about the drops a little bit. Drops have been around for a while. We talked about the fact that there's lots of benefits that come from them, and then a side effect of weight loss. But Renew is about youthfulness. It's about the ability to create youthfulness. And so for me, what I love is you're releasing weight or losing weight. We always say releasing weight, losing weight. And you've got this other product that you're marrying together, putting together, that's helping with skin elasticity. It's helping support, again, the energy. It's helping support stamina. So it's just this beautiful combination. To me, it does help also with reducing body fat. So you kind of get that extra, kind of little extra umph, from the Renew. Alongside, I mean, you can't do any wrong for sure by partnering these two products together. They just complement each other so well. And Renew is the type of product that I consider a long-term product. It's one of those products that you don't want to get on it for a little while and get away from it. It's a product that you want to stay on long term, because the benefits that come from it, why would you want to lose that? Why would you want to lose that production of HGH going on the increase, and the benefits that come from that? So to me, I love the skin elasticity piece of Renew. I
I mean,
love
look at your skin, Sherry. Like, there's no wrinkle. Like, what?
Well, and there's lots of, we have to be forthcoming. Like, there's a lot of things that go into that. Obviously, water. As we're sitting here, I don't know if you remember, James, but last time I forgot my water and I got a little choked up while we were talking. But making sure that we're drinking plenty of water helps with our skin as well too. Protection from the sun, all those things are part of a healthy lifestyle. And I think it's so important, especially with your platform of Wellness 360, is that this is all about a healthy lifestyle. It's not about any one particular product being a miracle product, but about this mindset of this complete focus on healthy lifestyle that starts with making good food choices, good supplementation, exercise, just so many things in your life that represent a good lifestyle. So I think all of that together gets you the results that you want at 50 years old, when you can start a new journey and running half marathons and feeling confident, with yourself and what you're capable of doing, and asking your husband to take a picture of you in the Bahamas and in a two-piece bathing suit, because you're proud of your journey. And it's not about a perfect body. It's not about, even, it's about being happy and being healthy. I have something that I have told my clients for years, that it doesn't matter what size you are if you're 6 feet under. And I know that's really drastic, but the reality is that if we don't put our health first, then the weight loss, does it really matter? And I'm a little bit cautious as I say that, because weight loss is important, but the focus on weight loss alone is not going to give you optimal health. And so we have to be sure that we're focusing on the big picture and making sure that we are doing those things I mentioned earlier: good nutrition, good supplementation, exercising and moving the body. That's what's going to bring you to a place of optimal health. Don't focus on just the number on the scale. It really can be very, very deceiving, and it just does not get you to a healthy place. So there we
Absolutely.
go.
Who here feels healthier just being here with Sherry? I'm just like, wow, I feel uplifted. I feel healthier. You've given us so much amazing information, and more important, like you live it. Like, and that's what I love about this. So there's these tools that can help, but it really is the whole package, and it helps you to move forward from there. I'm going to close it on a couple things, and I'll bring you back up, Sherry. But if you have not yet tried this yet, my encouragement is get back with the person that connected with this, and I'll go over a couple of options for you. And there's some special timing if you're watching this live right now. Okay. So if you wanted as a customer to try these, this is US pricing, and the Renew is currently starting to go global, but it's North America, Europe. I know we have other countries on as well too. So just wait, it'll come at some point. But typically, if you get the drops, they're 176 for a 1 month supply. The Renew is 150 for a 1 month supply. There's actually a really good deal that we call the duo. But if you get both of them, you save over $80. You save like almost 30%. Who here likes saving money? You know, I want to look good and be healthy and happy, but I also want to save money, right? So I'd highly encourage you, if you're considering grabbing this, grab both, grab the duo right there. But also, for just like 2 more days, there's a huge deal that I have to talk about, which is you can consider getting multiple of these and even become a partner in the company. Who here, I saw in the chat, people were like, man, my daughter needs to see this. This person needs to see this. Put a me in the chat if you can think of even one person that needs to hear about this information, right? Needed to hear what Sherry just shared. So you might consider partnering with the company. It's a one-time lifetime $30 membership. You can share this, earn all of that, and you can qualify for deeper discounts. A 4-pack here, you not only get 4 of them for under $400, but you also get this cool frother. Guys, let me show you this. I'm a geek with like little things. Watch how cool this is. This is going to mix your Renew, but look at that. Look at that. So cool. It makes you feel fancy and stuff, and it makes the mix well. All right. So you can get your frother. Or if you want to go all out, this is what we got. I know, Sherry, you got this as well too. You got the 10-pack. You're gonna save a lot more. You get the frother, the 10-pack, and you get this cool cup. I mean, and it's like $80 per Renew. Like, look at it. Look at it. I mean, come on. It's merch. It's partner code branded. I was using it today. I felt like the coolest kid in the world, Sherry. Like, I was so excited about this. Anywho, if you're catching this in time, the deal ends in 2 days on Friday, but that is there. Sherry, if you are, if you're someone that's on this line, you're somebody that you're at that place where you've tried a lot of things. You've tried to be healthy. You want to be healthy, but things just didn't work. And you're looking at this now and you're like, it looks good, but can this really work for me? What would you say to that person?
Oh, wow. The thing for me is we have so many people, myself included, that have just experienced life change through these products. And so the company really takes a lot of value in the quality of the products. I know there's a lot of stuff out there, but the clinical trials, I think, are critical in understanding just the seriousness, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word, but just, they take it serious. They believe in providing a product that is top of the line. And so if you're at a place where you're like, man, could this work for me? I would tell you it's worth taking that chance. And for me, 9 years ago, I had no idea that these products were going to help me the way that they have. And I'm so thankful that I took the opportunity to take that chance and to, like I mentioned earlier, that mindset, that commitment to a healthier lifestyle. And it wasn't just, hey, I'm going to make a few changes, but hey, I'm going to be all in with this. And I'm going to be committed to doing what I need to do to not only lose this weight, but also to feel better and, feel better for life. Because, like I mentioned earlier, I mean, I have a grandchild, I have a beautiful family, two adult daughters, a grandchild, a wonderful husband. And I want to be here for as long as I can, and I want to feel good for as long as I can. So that's my goal. And so I would encourage you, if you haven't tried the products, give them a try. I think you would absolutely feel the same way that I do about it. And James.
So beautiful. Sherry, thank you so much. Everybody, type some love in the chat for Miss Sherry Key, your favorite emoji, thank yous, whatever that it is. Thank you for sharing your heart with us, your wisdom. I thank you for your yes to yourself for making that decision 9 years ago, because look at the lives you're impacting today and from here on out. I know you impact me a lot. I literally feel like I need to like go run right now. Like I need to go do something, you know? And guys, if you are interested in the business aspect, I'd love to invite you back tomorrow. You're going to get a chance, same place, same link, same time, open for anybody. You're going to get a chance to peek behind the curtain of what's actually contributing to people taking these products, transforming their lives with these, and being able to build a significant business. The drops alone have increased in sales by, get this, 2,500% in this last year. So if you want to learn what's happening and how you can get a piece of that and feel good and help others feel good, come back again tomorrow, bring anyone there as well too. But other than that, Sherry, thank you again. Once again, everybody, feel free to unmute yourself. Have a great night.